All right. Today I want to make a video update on my day trading journey. I want to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly of this previous year, 2025. Maybe dabble into some trading psychology and also talk about the future plans. Talk about the new year. Talk about some of the goals that I have in mind. Talk about some of the things that I want to do and to help me take my trading to the next level, right? So 2025, this was a great year. This was a year of growth. This was a year of finally seeing consistency, finally applying discipline to my trading, to my trades, and actually receiving payouts on a monthly basis. This was an incredible year for me to kind of kill the old self, right? Get rid of my old habits, get rid of things that I used to do, and it really showed in my trading. It really did. And starting my YouTube channel kind of helped with that a lot too. It made me more accountable for my trades. It forced me to really focus on the process of things as opposed to the money and the profits. And yeah, overall it was good. I mean, I had maybe 2 or 3 months where I didn't take a payout because I went on tilt. But I mean, overall, guys, like this year has been incredible, and I know it's only going to get better. So what changed? What changed? Well, the beginning of 2025, that's where I committed to only trading 1 to 2 MNQ or minis, right? Mini contracts, and I was taking base hits. And throughout the year, I started realizing, like, look, I'm better at going long than shorting. I suck at shorting the market. When I think about, because I trade the NASDAQ, when you think about the NASDAQ overall on a long-term time frame, these indexes go up, right? And so I think somewhere down the road this year, I made a realization, like, I need to just focus on going long. I need to focus on just, stop trying to short the market, because every time I short the market, I blow accounts. Every time I short the market, it immediately whips and goes against me, and it pisses me off. So I think it was during the summertime, that's where I really committed to just looking for long positions during the day. I would just scalp base hits at support levels. I will identify support levels and just scalp them throughout the day. That's what worked for me, guys. That's what made me be able to take out payouts. That's what helped me be able to pass accounts, bring them to the funded stage, and essentially take payouts from them. And going into the new year, that's essentially what I'm going to stick with doing, right? Just taking base hits, going long on positions, and I'll only go short. I rarely go short. You guys see me probably 2% of the time. I'll short, for a quick profit. But, overall, like, the market goes up, you guys, like, so it's kind of like trend is your friend. You got to trade with the trend. And so that's what I found that works for me. And recently, I ultimately made the decision to switch over to trade micros, to lower my size completely. And this has been something that's kind of taken my trading to the next level. I mean, I don't have months of data with this, but my goal for 2026 is to stick with trading micros. I want to lower my size, and essentially my main focus this year is also to keep accounts alive longer. I'm tired of blown accounts. I'm tired of building up these business expenses. I'm tired of blowing accounts after accounts. I build them up, take a payout or two, and then I blow them. I'm kind of tired of doing that. So what I realized is a lot of professionals, man, they're trading micros. They switched over to trade micros, and the way that they scale is to just add more accounts. They're not adding more contracts. They're not increasing their contract size. They're just adding more accounts to the whole system and copy trading them. And so I've come to realize, like, that's something that's been working for me very well. And I'm only making like $150, $200 a day in these accounts, and I'm good, right? I did the math, man. And I started realizing, like, especially with Bullnox, like the company I trade with, I have evals with them that are reoccurring payments every single month. And I kept looking over it and I did the math and I'm like, dude, this company gives me a whole month to pass this eval account. Why don't I just take my time? Because I remembered I would just full port them to try to pass as many as I can. And that will result in me just blowing more accounts, blowing more evals. And so, like I said, that's another reason why I switched over to trading micros. Micros allows me to be in drawdown a lot longer. And also, not only that, but it eliminates all that. It eliminates the stress. It eliminates the worry. It eliminates the worry that I'm going to blow the account. It gives me enough time. Number two, it gives me enough time to reanalyze price action, erase the whole chart, go for a walk, come back, redraw the algos, and see what the market is doing on the higher time frame. When I traded minis, I didn't have that time, guys. And I didn't have the time to really go from chart to chart to really erase and redraw the algos. When you trade minis, you got to be in and out real quick. 5-10 points can really affect your account, especially when you're trading prop firms and it has a trailing drawdown. But like I said, when I switched over to micros and I'm just going in with 1 to 2 MNQ and it's against me 40-50 points, I'm not sweating over here. I'm not. It gives me enough time. I'm like, all right, NQ, let's dance. You want to dance? Let's dance. I erase the chart, redraw the algos, I reanalyze the price action, and then I see things clearly. And then I see a bigger and better support level. And that's where I add in heavy and I clean up the trade, right? Call me crazy, say whatever you want to say, but this has been working for me for so long. I still have this whole year to document it, but I know, like, since I switched over to micros, which wasn't a long time ago, I mean, it was probably just like the beginning of this month. But I know, like, just from switching over, that this is the way to go. This is what I'm going to be doing for 2026. I'm just going to stick to trading micros, trading small, and making $150, $200, $300 in these accounts and calling it a day. That's it, guys, right? I realize, like, the amount of stress that I put on myself, the unnecessary stress from feeling FOMO, from getting that high from over leveraging and making $2,000 and $3,000, like those, that's what you call gambling, all right? And I'm proud to say, like, I stopped doing that, and I know it's just not sustainable. It really isn't. Trading that way is not sustainable. It's a gambler's mindset, man. You have to think about day trading on a long-term time frame. Now, when I think about my day trading, I look at it on a quarterly basis. I look at it on a monthly basis. Okay, I have a funded account. I have a profit target to reach, and I'm not going to rush it. I'm going to divide the profit target by 20, 40 days. And this is how much I really need to make minimum a day. And day by day, that profit compounds, right? And this is what really the professionals are doing, you guys. The professionals are not full porting. They're not trading. They're not going in with 5 minis. They're not going in with 10 minis. At most, they're just going in with 1 to 2 minis. 1 mini from a start. But for me, like, I want to scale back even more. Like I said, me switching over to micros, man, it's been a game changer for me. And so for 2026, that's my goal. Is to stack up accounts and to trade micros and to take out monthly payouts, right? I'm looking at my accounts now. I can take out $1,500 per account. Well, if I have 10 accounts, that's 15 grand a month right there. That's 15 grand a month that I can take out, right? And so when you look at things on a larger time frame, you start to understand, like, take it slow, dude. Risk management, protect your trades, right? Me switching over to micros, I've been having green days left and right, but it's working, right? I'm on track to start consistently taking out 5 figures every single month, right? That's my goal for 2026 is to grow my accounts and to take out 4 to 5 figures a month, and right, that's all we need. You know what I'm saying? But overall, you guys, like, I feel like I've really matured a lot, and I'm only approaching my 3rd year in day trading. I started in April of 2023. In April of this year, 2026, that will be 3 years in this whole day trading environment, and I've matured pretty quickly. I've recognized a lot of the things I'm doing wrong, and I spent my time to correct it, you know. And that's essentially what you have to do. Life in general, right? In your personal life, you have to look at your personal life. You know you're doing things wrong. You know you're fucking up in your personal life. You know these people are not good for you. You know they're talking shit behind your back. So why are you going back and hanging out with them, right? Why are you doing these things? Why are you continuously doing these bad things, these bad habits? You know you should be hitting up the gym, but why don't you go, right? If you keep procrastinating and you don't address these things in your life, in your personal life, what do you think that's going to happen with your trading life? What do you think is going to happen with your business life? It's going to affect it, right? In whatever business you have going, it doesn't have to be day trading. Whatever work you have going, it doesn't have to be, it could be a traditional 9-to-5 job. If your home life is not right, if your personal life is not right, it's going to trickle into your business life, man, right? And so that's another key thing that I realized, like, I have to address a lot of these bad habits, a lot of these toxic things that's been going on in my life. And this was a year where I really addressed all that. This was also the year where I really just said, hey, enough is enough, man. I gotta start I gotta start having boundaries, man. I gotta start respecting boundaries and having, just look. Dude, you're toxic, dude. I'm not gonna keep going back to you. I'm done. Right? I got things going for me. I gotta stay focused. I can't keep doing this. I can't keep riding this roller coaster ride with you, right? When you learn to detach yourself and to get rid of these toxic people and toxic things that are going on in your life, and maybe your personal habits that is not good for you, and you cut that off completely, you're gonna see change, right? Just as I laid out here with my day trading, at the beginning of 2025, I knew I still had the gambling things going on in my mindset. I knew I still had the full porting mindset. Like, oh my God, today's FOMC. I want a full port eval accounts, right? That's not the way to go, guys. That's not the way to trade. That's not sustainable. So what do? Okay, well, I'm going to force myself to lower my size, right? So throughout 2025, I went in with just one mini contract. And I was able to consistently bring in monthly income from just making $200, $300, $400, $500 a day, right? Well, now at the end of 2025, I realized I have to scale back even more, So that's another step in the right direction for me that I feel like I'm having that right step in that direction, right? And I'm excited to document my journey for 2026. You guys know trading micros is not sexy. It's not sexy trading micros because it's very slow and the profits are not very much. But guess what? I'm protecting my accounts. I'm protecting myself from blowing up. I'm protecting my mindset. I'm protecting my capital. I'm protecting my trades. I'm protecting my accounts. I no longer want to keep blowing these accounts. I want to progress. I want to change. I want to become a better person. I'm no longer doing those bad habits. I'm no longer going back to those bad habits. Going back to that crowd of people I used to hang out with. I'm no longer doing these things that I know deep down inside at the end of the day when I sit down and I lay it out, they're not good for me. Okay? These habits are not good for me. They're destroying my progress, right? You guys also have to think, man. Recently, like, I've been thinking, guys, in 100 years, no one's going to remember us. We're going to be dead. We're going to be 6 feet under the ground. No one cares. No one gives a shit. Right? So that motivates me even more to just like keep my head down and keep doing what I'm doing. Stop thinking about what other people are thinking. Stop thinking about what other people are doing. I've validated my life through this past year already. I've validated that, hey, this works for me and I'm just going to stick to doing this. I know 2026 is going to be amazing. I already know I'm going to be blessed with profits, with money, with opportunity, with life changes. I already know that. And I can already feel that. I can already see that, right? You guys that are still not profitable, people out there that are still not profitable, you have to really look within. It's an internal battle, man. It's an internal battle. You have to be real with yourself. You have to be authentic. You can't walk around blaming other people, thinking that it's an external thing that's happening to you. The market, it's a scam. These market makers see my entries, it's a scam. Day trading is gambling. It's a scam. No one's ever going to be able to make a living off of day trading. What do you think is going to happen when you approach businesses and you approach ideas with that kind of behavior, with that kind of attitude? It's not going to work out, man, right? You got to fix your perspective. You got to fix yourself. You got to fix your attitude. You want things to work out. You have to start seeing the other side of things, right? If it doesn't work out, then even if you go and try something else, right? Even if you say day trading is a scam, it's gambling, and you go somewhere else and you try a different business, with that kind of attitude, it's not going to work out. It's not going to be sustainable, man, So that's really what I got to say. Like I said, I have really taken my trading to the next level by noticing bad things, noticing these bad behaviors, learning from my mistakes. You guys see my day trading channel, a lot of those days are green. Well, it took a lot to get there. It took a lot of recognizing, acknowledging, coming to terms, facing the facts, facing the statistics. Like, hey, I see like on all my losing trades, this is a common denominator, is that I'm over leveraging. So what are you going to do about it? You're going to keep over leveraging? You're going to keep trading the way that you trade? Or are you going to adapt? Are you going to change? Are you going to do something different, right? You have to come up with that. No one's going to do that for you. No one's coming to save you, bro, right? There comes a moment in time in your life, where you're going to have to sit down in silence and take in everything that you are and own it, right? I don't care what you do. You're going to have to own who you are. Too many people live a fake life, man. Too many people live fake, and they don't see results and they don't see progress. And they complain and they blame other people, and they blame that, oh, it's because of them. It's because of maybe my childhood, or it's because of, maybe my parents or my uncles or whoever. I don't care, right? When you stop blaming external people and you look within and you just keep your head down and you grind and you say, you know what, this happened. What am I going to do about it? What am I going to do? So what? I blew these accounts. Okay, I look at my trades. It was my dumbass for over leveraging. Why did I over leverage? If I didn't over leverage, if I didn't size in heavy, my accounts would still be here today. Would still be alive, right? The more you do this is what I'm saying. You have to have screen time. You have to have experience in seeing how your ticker symbol moves, right? I spent years. I spent hours and hours studying my ticker symbol, studying the NASDAQ price action movements, right? And so when you do things thousands of times, you become better at it. You learn from your mistakes. At least I hope you do. And this whole journaling thing, guys, I've been doing since I started my day trading. I just never made it public, right? And some people are applauded by the amount of success I've had in such a short amount of time. Well, it's because of discipline. It's because of mentality. It's because of psychology, you guys. This is something that I've been studying for my whole adult life. I love trading. I love human psychology. I love learning about what is the difference between, those that have a successful life and those that don't, right? And to be able to finally find a vehicle like day trading to where I can get paid for thinking like this, for learning like this, it is a dream come true. It's amazing. I love this. Love this with a passion. There's never been one day where I show up to the market feeling drained out, feeling like, I hate this, feeling like I want to quit. I never thought anything like I want to quit day trading. Like, this is what I love doing, and this is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life. And for those of you out there that are interested, those of you that are still struggling in day trading, take a step back, man. Take a step back and think about your personal life. Think about the things that you're doing, the decisions that you're making in your personal life. Are they really benefiting you, right? Are these people that you're hanging out with, are these people that you're taking advice from, are they really benefiting you? Do they have the life that you want, right? And if they don't, then fucking leave. Leave, bro. You're better than that. You're bigger than that. You want change, you have to learn to adapt. You have to learn to let things go. Whether it's a job, it's a people, it's a city, it's a whatever, fill in the blank. If these things and these people and these situations are no longer serving you and what your purpose is and what you want, leave, right? Leave immediately. 2026, I got bigger plans for my family and I, right? We got bigger plans. We doing big things. But it requires this level of mindset. It requires this level of mentality. You want to be a day trader because you want to be financially free. Ultimately, that is everyone's goal. That is my goal. I'm not here to make money and buy Lambos and buy all these materialistic things. I know what my why is. I want to day trade to make money, to be financially independent from modern day society. Okay. My family and I, we just want to be free to do what we want to do. It's not because we want to buy big houses and big cars and Gucci bags and shit like that. We don't care less about that. We care about freedom. Freedom to travel the world, to explore, to enjoy God's gift, God's creation, to do whatever we want to do. We don't have to own up to a job. We don't have to show up to a job and stuff like that. Day trading will make you a better person. I'll tell you that right now. Day trading will make you a better person. It makes you really, if you really take this seriously, you will be more self-aware. You will be more thoughtful upon the things that you're doing, the things that you are indulging in, the people that you are hanging out with, the things that you are listening to. All right? You want to succeed in life, this is what it takes. This is not for the weak-minded. This is not for people that, look, you don't have this. Get yourself a regular job. Stick with your job, right? You need a boss. This isn't a game for people that need to be micromanaged, man. All right? You have to learn to micromanage yourself. You have to learn to create and build this discipline upon yourself. I'm tired, man. I'm tired of hearing all the complaints. My circle is very small nowadays. I don't have much people in my life, and I love that. I have never felt freer than ever, okay, than moments right now. I really feel good about everything that's going on in life right now. My trading life, my personal life. I feel very aligned. I feel like I'm at the right place at the right time, and it's only going to get bigger and better from here. I want you guys to succeed. I want you to be profitable. I want you to understand that there is a way out, that your life is not done, that your opportunities are not done where you are right now. There's plenty of things to do. There's plenty of opportunities. There's plenty of access to opportunities. You guys just have to want it. The only difference between you and me is that I want it a bit more. That's it. I don't care if I fall flat on my face. I don't care how many times I fail, but I'm going to get back up and I'm going to get it done. Trading will only amplify who you already are. Okay? Trading will only amplify who you already are. So if you don't like who you are in your personal life, and you're undisciplined, and you're impatient, and you have a short fuse, you have a short temper, you got to work on that first. You come to the trading market with that kind of behavior, with that kind of attitude, you're going to lose. You're going to blow up, and it's going to make everything worse, right? People who are successful at day trading, people who are actually consistently able to bring in money, they are patient. Okay? Day trading just amplifies their personal life. It just 10x's their personal life, right? And that's something that you have to come to terms with. Whether you accept it or not, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter, man. Who you are and whatever you do in your personal life will show on the trading floor, on the charts. Be patient, be disciplined, understand who you are, know your why, and you'll be just fine. 2025 was a great year of me putting in my faith, trusting in my trades, trusting in my charting, trusting in my algos, trusting in the fact that I no longer have to focus on looking at my mentor, watching him trade, or watching other YouTubers trade. This is a year where I completely excel, and I'm completely independent, and I'm completely doing this on my own. You guys see my charts. You guys see my trades. I chart that on my own. I no longer have to rely on my mentor or anyone else on how they're predicting the market and how they're predicting the session to be going. I no longer care about that. That's just all noise to me. I show up every day with using the knowledge that I've earned and I've gained over the years to apply to my trades. You guys see I'm profitable. I'm pretty green. There's days where I go on tilt. There's days where I'm green. Most of my days are green now. I'm able to do this on my own. 2026 is looking very good for me, for my family and I. And I really want you guys to succeed too. I want people to reach a level of success to where they're completely independent, and they don't have to rely on other people. They don't have to rely on their job. This is possible. If you put in the time, you put in the work, you understand what you're good at, what you're bad at, and you fix yourself on a personal level, that will show in your business. 2026 is where I scale my business. 2026 is where I scale what I'm doing right now, right here. Okay. I'm very proud. I'm looking forward to 2026. I'm having a lot of optimism. I'm looking forward to the new year. Happy New Year's to everyone out there. I'm looking forward to rewatching this video at the end of the year to see if I did well, to see if I did what I said I was going to do. But this is ultimately it. If you want it, you're going to get it. That's it. Good luck. I still continue to plan on uploading my trades every day. I still continue to, and who knows, I don't know where this channel is going to go, but I'm enjoying it so far. I'm enjoying my process. I think I'm going to be more creative with my videos. I don't know yet. It's not priority for me. Like I said, I'm using this channel just to document my journey. Maybe down the road, I'll change it into a more educational thing, right? To teach people to do it. But we'll see. I'm focused on other things right now. And if you're watching this, then, please work on yourself. You want to become profitable. You want to be a consistently profitable day trader. You have to work on yourself. That's it. No one's going to do this for you. No one's coming out to save you. Maybe your mentor will teach you how to do things, but at the end of the day, your mentor has his own life. He's not going to keep holding your hands. Learn this as fast as possible. Okay? Fix your mistakes as soon as possible. Identify where you're going wrong. Fix them immediately. And that will bring you to the road of profitability, to the road of making money. And keep doing this on a day in, day out process. You become consistent and you'll be able to provide for your family. That's it. That's the ultimate goal. So best of luck to you guys. Have a happy new year. And I hope that this new year you guys will accomplish whatever it is that you put your mind to. This world, man, we can do what we want to do, but we have to have the right mindset. The opportunities are here. You have to fix yourself. That's it. All right. God bless.